On behalf of the Columbus Bar Association, I would like to congratulate PACO on their 40th anniversary. This is a terrific milestone for the association, and we're really proud of all the work that you do.
Hi, this is Gail Anderson with Anderson Reporting Services, and I just want to congratulate PACO for 40 years in the legal community.
We just want to congratulate PACO on their 40th year and say that Capital University Law School, our paralegal programs, Judge John McCormick, couldn't be prouder. It started off way back in 1972 as a very small organization and has grown and thrived and is probably one of the best paralegal organizations in the country. So we're just wishing you a happy 40th, PACO.
I think PACO is an ideal forum for paralegals to meet and exchange information and knowledge and their experience with others in their field.
PACO and the paralegal profession in Ohio have made great accomplishments. Most notably is the recognition by the legal community. Of course, I'm speaking very highly of PACO's close affiliation with the Columbus Bar Association. The associate membership for paralegals is a tribute to the paralegal profession, and the fold in the Bar Association committees is truly outstanding. It seems as if the attorneys want paralegals involved, and I hope that is because they recognize the commitments paralegals make to support them in their practice of law. Hand in hand with the Columbus Bar Association affiliation is the professional recognition by the Ohio State Bar Association. The OSBA associate membership of paralegals evolved to the Ohio State Bar Association Certified Paralegal Program, which has become very successful and recognized nationally.
Well, I have so many great memories from being a member of PACO, especially all of the PR events. But I would have to say that my favorite memory is the mentoring social that was last fall. We had a great turnout of both experienced and student paralegal members.
My favorite memory of PACO is being on the executive board. Serving on the leadership team was rewarding and educational, and I made some really great friends.
My favorite memory is being involved in pro bono work and being able to utilize my professional skills outside of business hours to help people who cannot retain legal counsel otherwise.
The best part of being a paralegal, in my opinion, of course I'm in litigation, I'm a litigation paralegal, is going to trial. I think it's a culmination of all your efforts for a case that may take 3 years to even get to trial.
One of my favorite memories of the association was when we hosted a National Federal Paralegal Association meeting. It just gave me a sense of pride that the Columbus organization is part of an association that upholds the ideals and education of paralegals nationwide.
I started my career in '99, and in that time, the most significant change I have seen is obviously technology. When I began, it was with a really small firm. We had one computer we all had to share, no internet, no fax machine, and if you needed to prepare anything, you basically used the typewriter.
I've seen paralegal become less of a generalized term and more of a, oh, you're a paralegal. In what areas do you work? Well, you know, I work within probate, domestic, and juvenile, rather than, oh, you're a paralegal, it must be nice to make copies. The idea of that generality is gone, and now we are regarded more as specific to a type of legal industry rather than just that catch-all that it used to be.
Well, one of them is the ongoing debate about whether or not paralegals should be certified and then who should certify them, whether that's on a state level or a national level. Ohio is a great state because we do have a certification program in our state. Many states don't, some others do.
A paralegal in today's job market needs to be almost 100% self-sufficient, meaning we not only take care of our substantive work assigned through our supervising attorneys, but we also take care of all aspects of that job, whether it's keyboarding, mailings, emailing, forwarding, that kind of thing as well.
I usually tell people paralegals do just about everything in a law office. And we are the front lines to the client, and we do everything. We're very indispensable to our lawyers, and on a day-to-day operation, we are running the office.
The word paralegal, the root word of that is paraclete, which is Latin for come alongside of and help. And that's how I describe to people when they ask me, what's a paralegal? We are a lawyer's helper.
Where I see the paralegal profession going in the future, that paralegals are going to have more autonomy, especially within corporations. They're going to become tomorrow's business leaders, decision makers within the corporations, and they'll be tomorrow's leaders within the corporations, and they'll make the decisions. I also think that law firms will see more paralegal usage as the clients demand lower fee structures.
Well, I see bright futures for both, but for PAYCO in particular, I'd like to see more active members. I'd also like to see more people understand that it's not a job, it can be fun, and that it's a great community to belong to.
I wish that one day our country could have the same laws and have paralegals be licensed and regulated and to be respected by the community.
I would like to see PAYCO going in the direction of becoming more into the online presence where we can reach more of our members, perhaps through teleconferencing and e-meetings and things of that nature, so that we can be more inclusive of all of our membership.
I hope that paralegals will continue in Ohio in particular to be utilized more. Not necessarily representing clients in misdemeanors like out west, but I think they're a valuable asset, sometimes overlooked and or forgotten. I think it's a matter of educating. We need to educate our attorneys and the best use of a paralegal.
With PAYCO, there's no doubt in my mind we'll continue our leadership role here in the community in surrounding cities throughout Ohio. Our mentorship program is going to continue to grow, where we'll reach out to paralegal students throughout the various programs, but also newer paralegals just entering the profession. As far as the paralegal profession, I see it going where more and more paralegals will achieve certification. Certification at the state and national level is purely voluntary at this point in time, but I do envision more and more paralegals stepping up to the plate and taking on that important credentialing program as part of their careers.
I see paralegals growing in importance. There's a push right now to revamp the education of attorneys with the implicit goal of making legal services more accessible and affordable. And what better way to do that than to use paralegals?
I do see paralegals working more in the field of electronic discovery and assisting in different technological areas so that the attorneys can do what they studied to do, and that's to give legal advice, to interpret the law. And that frees them up to do that, to do client servicing. Whereas what we would do is roll up our sleeves, get our hands dirty, and get into the mounds of electronic documents, and that's always a fun time.
I would like to see more students get involved. I know a lot of my teachers push that involvement is really helpful for networking, but I don't know very many students who are involved.
I would like to see PAYCO get more involved with our student members. I think it's really important to pay it forward. So through our mentoring program as well as our other pro bono activities, we're really starting to see the students become more and more involved.
I wish they told me to become best friends with everyone. That includes the secretaries in your office, associates, clerks at court, and even the security guards in your office building, because you never know when you're going to need to ask for a favor. And if you approach people with gratitude and respect, you'd be surprised how willing they are to help you out.
I think my best advice to paralegal students would be to always be flexible. There may be lots of tasks that you don't know how to do, but when an attorney asks if you can do something, you should be honest and say that you can't, that you've never done that before, but always let them know that you'd be willing to try. So you just need to be flexible and willing to take on new tasks.
Don't underestimate working for other jobs that are not specifically labeled as a paralegal, and don't underestimate working for a solo practitioner, because my first real paralegal job was working for a solo practitioner where I did everything in this office, and that was the most valuable experience I've ever had because it taught me so much since I had to run the entire legal office, and it allowed me to grow and to do what I do now.
I think the one big thing that I find myself daily is multitasking. I mean, people say it, hey, you need to know how to multitask. But there's times you find yourself almost in the middle of like a half a dozen to a dozen different things on your desk. And there's many days you feel like you're losing your mind, but multitasking is huge. And that's something I don't think can be taught to you particularly in school. So it's something you learn day to day.
The entering paralegal needs to realize that every employer and every attorney is different, and to really take their time when looking for employment to make sure that job is going to be the right fit for them, whether it's the employer in general, location, the field of law, and the attorney that they will be working for.
I am very happy that my sustaining membership and sponsorship contributions will help PACO provide great events such as this annual Paralegal Day.
I believe PACO offers a voice as well as a support system for paralegals.
I feel that PACO impacts the paralegal profession by promoting the best interest of their members. They do this through their exchange of ideas, their information sharing among all of their members, their continuing education program, and their mentoring programs for the new paralegals that are just coming into the field.
I think PACO does a really nice job of developing programming for their members, and to the extent that being a sustaining member allows us to partner with them in providing those services.
PACO raises the bar for paralegals and the profession as a whole by providing so many educational opportunities, as well as the opportunities to stay up to date on all the latest legal technology and law changes.
One noteworthy impact is how they influence their student members, not only by providing education and experience, but also by providing a level of support and camaraderie that's unmatched.
PACO has a positive impact on the paralegal profession. Our special connection is that several of our graduates from that very first 1972 class formed LACO, and LACO has evolved with the strong members and the strong active paralegal profession and paralegal community in Central Ohio.
I truly hope that everyone who views this video will feel the pride of our profession and recognize the efforts of the paralegals who have paved the way for us, and that you will feel the need to support this association through your leadership and membership, and that you take advantage of all the benefits that the association offers. And I thank you all for attending the Paralegal Day celebration and for your support of the association.
I would like to thank the participants of this year's video for sharing their memories and ideas with everyone. PACO members truly rock. We are a group of professionals who are co-workers in the daily grind, friends who make each other laugh, and strong mentors to each other. I am truly proud of the association and what we do for Ohio paralegals and student paralegals. The past 40 years have seen the association grow in membership from a handful of students from Capital who started as LACO to the current membership we have today of approximately 250 members. I only wish to see PACO grow and grow over the next 40 years and beyond. As an organization, we are a vital resource to paralegals in Central Ohio. A wise woman once said that being a paralegal isn't always rainbows and unicorns, but it is a profession that we have all chosen and a profession we excel at. I am proud to be a paralegal, and I am very honored that each of you has chosen this path with me. I hope to see the paralegal profession grow in the years to come. I have been honored to befriend and meet multiple student paralegals who have now become excellent paralegals within the community, as well as good friends and now leaders of PACO. In conclusion, happy 40th anniversary to PACO and happy Paralegal Day to all.
Hey, Kemily, have you heard about the lawyer's word processor?
No.
Every font you select, no matter what, it comes out in fine print.
Okay. How many lawyer jokes are there?
A lot.
I'd say none. They're probably all true.
Close. 3. The rest are true stories.